Hello, I'm Carla. Thanks for joining me today. I haven't posted in ages. It's been about 3 months, pretty much because I derailed. The last time I checked in with you, I was still recovering from the shoulder rotator cuff surgery on the left arm. And the right arm, I developed a bursitis, which caused a lot of pain, a lot of impingement, and that has eventually resulted in the right shoulder being a frozen shoulder. So I went through a little bit of just annoyance and having to get back on track with my training. I'm now sort of back on track and we'll see how it goes. The left arm, for all intents and purposes, I've gotten quite good mobility back. I am still occasionally doing the exercises, still seeing the physio. And the right arm, there are a few exercises that I'm having to do now to try and just maintain mobility and break through that broken shoulder. So I'm still doing the thoracic spine work that I was doing for the physio. So you take just a stress ball, and you're going to place it at the base of the neck, just lying over it. So my x-ray showed that I had no neck injuries, but that the cervical curvature is a little bit absent. So just there. And then being here for a few breaths where I'm taking in full breaths in, full breaths out, just lying here for a few breaths. So I obviously will speed it up just to show you to keep that mobility in your thoracic spine. You then, ball ran away, caterpillar yourself until next you've got the ball in C7. Again, take a few breaths there. When you've been there for a few breaths, again, just get the ball slowly coming to your thoracic spine, so in between the shoulder blades. And this is where I need to pay attention in my body. This is where I get very tight, according to my physio. And when I do this, she doesn't complain. So it obviously does do something. And with my tight shoulders at the moment, it's not a bad practice. And you just keep moving down, getting almost that ball in contact with different vertebrae along the thoracic spine, trying to relax into the position, working on your breath. Okay, and you can go all the way down to the base of the rib cage. So that's a nice one to do in terms of keeping mobility in the thoracic spine. For the next one, we're taking the arms up at 90 degrees, elbows in line with the shoulders. So turning the palm up to the ceiling. This is the external rotation. You can see the right hand really struggles. Back to the center, and then on an exhalation, bringing the hands down towards the floor, internal rotation. So these are just exercises that the chiro gave me for the right arm. I am still doing the internal and the external rotation using the TheraBand like the physio instructed. So you'll just do as many of those as possible. At the moment, because of the amount of pain that there is on the right arm, I'm trying to work just this side of pain so that I don't injure it more. Right, so taking your TheraBand, there's a few exercises that you can do holding the strap in your own hand, or you can tie it to something secure like a burglar box. So again, internal and external rotation, you're going to, just moving the arm out is the external rotation. Keep the elbow in at the side. And then for internal rotation, you will need to have somebody either hold the TheraBand for you or taking the TheraBand around something secure, holding onto it, elbow in, and you're going to bring it across your body. So this is internal rotation. I'm not yet doing TheraBand work on the right arm. On the right arm, I'm currently just doing a little bit of mobility. When it comes to the left arm, however, mobility is pretty good at the moment. So working on strengthening, when you take the arm away from your body, that is abduction, using the abductor group of muscles. So this mobility I'm very happy with. I can actually take the arm all the way over. So that's a huge improvement. And then, of course, bringing the arm in towards the body, adduction, so coming across. And there again, just having however much resistance you need to make it a strong, powerful movement. Punching, quite important for strength also, with the arm in line with the shoulder, punching across the body. And also punching up. And as I've gotten stronger, I've been able to tighten the resistance. And then there's also, I'm still doing the shoulder shrugs and those rotations and the neck stretches. So those are kind of interspersed throughout the day, especially when I'm at my desk. So yeah, that's pretty much, I think, most of the movement. We are then also working into this internal rotation with both arms. You can see this right arm really is back to where the left arm was. So I found myself with a little bit of a dilemma where I thought I'd be healed, and yes, I was healed on the left, but now the right, we're working on that. In terms of mobility on the right shoulder, stretching the arms up, like Urdhva Hastasana in my yoga practice. See, I've got a way to go to get this arm back to full range of motion, but we work and we continue. Spread the arms wide, like Utthita Hastasana, palms facing forward. And then bringing your arms like in a W shape. I kind of think of Wonder Woman. So bringing the elbows in a little bit, palms wide, and then with the elbows at the sides. And then the last one I've added is the arms at the sides, just working into compressing the lat area and taking the shoulders away from the ears. So those are also interspersed, and try and do those throughout the day as much as possible. Oh, and yes, of course, there was extension and flexion. So holding on to the TheraBand, moving the arm back. I need to work on strengthening this tricep. So the extension is quite nice, and either shorten the band or step away to see if you can get a little bit more resistance. Okay, and arm up, flexion. This one I'm still struggling with, but the more I do these, the more it does come. And just this last week, we've also added weight. So she did suggest to start with a 2 kg weight, which I didn't have. I had a 2.5 kg weight, so we do with what we've got. So again, all the movements, abduction, trying to keep the rest of the body in a steady position, trying not to lift the shoulder, but let that humerus, the upper arm bone, move in the shoulder socket, and then adduction. And do however many you can, you know. Yes, you want to maybe do 10 reps, but if it's not in it for you, if it's not a good day, then don't. You can also use these for punching. And then really nice, especially if you find a seat, or just come to Utkatasana and work your arm, bending and extending to get that tricep work. Or just regular extension will also give you some of that. And if you have a bench, you can also use the bench, lie down, and do these movements from a lying down position. Right, so I'm happy with the progress on my left arm. It is getting there. It has now become the supporting arm when I'm teaching, because the right arm decided it also needed a holiday. But we'll get there. And I have seen an improvement in the right shoulder. So it has been 3 months already since that bursitis developed. And it really got bad. It was very painful. I was doing all sorts of treatments, trying to find some relief. And I found a great chiro that I've been working with, and he's helped me to not just manage the injury, but also to manage the pain. So that's been fabulous. So thanks for joining me again. I'll check in next time. Bye.